Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the worst copies of animated movies. We all love watching animated movies, whether we're kids or older. But like many other products, movies are not safe from being stolen and ripped off by people trying to make a quick buck. Get ready to laugh out loud at these crazy copies of your favorite animated movies. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to Little Things for more amazing content every day. Also subscribe and hit the bell for top 10s and comment done when you've done this for a shout out at the end of our next video. Coming in at number 10, we have Kung Fu Panda. This is one of those terrible fake movies that will make you cringe. We're all aware of the super popular DreamWorks movie Kung Fu Panda. It was so popular that when a sequel was coming out in 2011, it was expected to make millions. So, Canadian director Darryl Van Citters decided to cash in on this. He copied the story of a fake lazy panda becoming a martial arts master. The illustration on the DVD cover was nearly identical to the original, as were the characters, but it was very crudely animated, and some even said it looked like it was done on one of those free web apps. The movie was named Chop Kick Panda and was rated 2 out of 10 stars. The surprising thing is, as Disney actually ended their contract with Netflix put this on their site to substitute for the real thing. This ended with Netflix users becoming very upset about them promoting fakes, and Netflix removed it in some countries. Next up is Frozen. Frozen is one of Disney Pixar's most successful films of all time. It made $1.3 billion at the box office, so who wouldn't want a piece of that tasty frozen pie? Well, Phase 4 films definitely did, as they made a copied version of the animated movie. They called it Frozen Land and mimicked Disney's animation style and the logo too. It was released in Canada first and was semi-popular, mainly thanks to people thinking it was the Disney movie. Disney eventually sued Phase 4 films for misleading the public, and it can no longer be shown in movie theaters. The animation in the film honestly wasn't bad, but it was a copy, so we can't give it too much credit. Next up is Cars. Cars and Bug's Life are two of Disney Pixar's most popular movies. Well, put the two together and you get A Car's Life. This is one of the lowest rated movies ever, with 1 out of 10 stars. If you didn't already guess by the title, this movie is a ripoff of Disney's Cars. The story is about a bad car turning into a good car, but it's apparently very lazily done. The animation is poor and the music is copied from many other cartoons and shows. The storyline is very odd and seems to be set all in one location. But believe it or not, there's not just one Cars Life movie, nor is there just 2. There's actually 4 Cars Life movies so far, so somebody somewhere must be buying them. Poor guy. Next up is Up. We all know the super popular Disney movie about an old man who flies his house using balloons. Well, what about the similar movie What's Up? Haven't heard of it? Well, that's because this is a Brazilian ripoff of Up. The plot of What's Up is very similar, as it's about an old man wanting to fly his house with a kid helping him. The only difference is, instead of many balloons, they just use one big balloon. Yeah, a little less creative. It was super low budget and went straight to DVD. They made little money on it, and it was released around the same time as Up in 2009. They didn't get sued by DreamWorks who made Up, but I'm pretty sure that DreamWorks could have if they wanted. And some have even criticized the movie for being offensive to Chinese people. Could this movie get any worse? Next up is Happy Feet. Happy Feet is a Disney movie all about a dancing penguin. Well, imagine something slightly worse than that, and you have yourself Tappy Toes. The alliteration and title are very similar, but the similarities don't end there. It looks like an animated short you may have seen on YouTube years ago. But no, this is an actual movie that was released. It was made by the same guy who made Chop Kick Panda, Darryl Van Citters. The animation went straight to DVD and didn't sell a whole lot. The only difference of this one is it isn't as bad as Chop Kick Panda. It's done in a Jay Ward cartoon style, which makes it well animated. But then again, this is a pretty obvious fake, so you can't give it too much credit even if it is well animated. Coming up next, we have Brave. Disney Pixar's Brave is an animated movie about a girl who's an archery expert. It's kind of a fantasy world movie, which kids love. So why not cash in on this with a phony remake? Well, an Indian company did just that. They made a movie called Sierra the Brave. Disney ended up taking action against this, and they were forced to rename the movie to Super K. But the entire plot and the main character is a total rip-off. Believe it or not, this movie actually won an award for Best Feature Film at a film festival in Delhi. But on the other hand, India isn't exactly known for their great animation movies. And the movie Brave wasn't exactly popular in India, so perhaps people didn't even know this movie was a fake. Next up is Transformers. This one technically isn't an animated movie, but it does have a lot of animation and special effects in it. Transmorphers, on the other hand, is almost all animation. It's about these huge animated robots. The movie is a copy of Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. The movie's full name is Transmorphers: Fall of Man. I'm not sure what Michael Bay would have said about this movie, as it's very different to the real thing in terms of quality. One thing's for sure, this did not have the same budget, and we can only assume Transmorphers made a little less than Transformers. In fact, seeing that Transformers made $840 million, I'd say it would be a lot less. Next up, we have Pacific Rim. We all know the movie Pacific Rim. It's about sea monsters in the Pacific Ocean, but there are many more great oceans in the world, like the Atlantic Ocean, for example. Well, some filmmakers must have also thought this because they made Atlantic Rim. The premise is the exact same, as there's sea monsters in the ocean, only this time it's the Atlantic Ocean rather than the Pacific. The budget for this was way bigger than some other movies on this list, as it was $500,000. Only something tells me it wasn't as successful in the box office as Pacific Rim. I don't know, just a hunch. Next up is Toy Story. This one is very odd and surprising. Before we get into the Toy Story copy, get this. Many people say that Toy Story is a ripoff of a 1980s TV Christmas special. It was called The Christmas Toy and is very similar to Toy Story in many ways. The original is about a group of toys that come to life, and many say it's the exact same as Disney Pixar's Toy Story. It could be a coincidence, but many people say the plot is just too similar. Then again, Toy Story seems to have got their comeuppance. Many fake versions of the movie have come out, with some as parodies and others as plain rip-offs. And like any knockoff product, many of them come from China. What's your opinion on Toy Story and the Christmas toy? Check out the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the worst rip-off movie. I think it's the Frozen movie because that is so clearly fake and made cash in on the franchise. This video shout out goes to Natalia Park. Subscribe and turn on notifications and comment done for a shout out in the next video. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.